Hi, this is Rich Lavens of Watlow, and today we're going to be using 3200 series, specifically the 3208, and I'm going to show you how to enable the ramp feature. So right now, I don't have a ramp feature in it. My set point's 125, and my process is going to try to get to 125 absolutely as fast as possible. So the heat's going to stay on. There are some applications that require a slow ramp. So how we would set this up is we have our page, our scroll, and our down and up arrows. We're going to hold the page key. We're going to keep holding it. When I get to level 3, I'm going to quickly up arrow, go to configure. When it asks for the passcode, by default that passcode is 4. Now when you're in the configuration level, as a safety, the controller shuts the outputs off. So once I'm in configure, I'm going to hit my page key, toggle it, until I get to set point list. Then I'm going to hit the enter key, and I'm going to toggle that down until I get to set point rate. Now, you can set this up in so many degrees per hours, minutes, or second, but in my case, let's just put in 10 degrees. So that's the rate, 10 degrees, and the next time I hit the enter key, it's going to ask me for my ramp units, so hours, minutes, or seconds. I'm just going to leave it in minutes for here. So that is the setup. I'm going to log out to level 3 to show you one other aspect of this. So we're going to go to level 3, and the unit will reboot and come back up. But now you can see, since I have the ramp in here, I have a little light that says run. That means that the ramp is running. So while we're in here, let's try an auto tune. So I'm going to hit the circle key. There's my auto tune. I'm going to turn it on, and it immediately fails. This is because you cannot do an auto tune while the set point, at least in the background, is constantly changing. That set point's constantly ramping up. So what I'll do is I'll shut this off, go back home. Once the controller is done with its ramp rate, going to 125 degrees, I should be able to auto-tune once it's at set point. So we'll wait a few minutes and come back to this. So you can see now my ramp is done. So now let's go ahead and try to auto-tune it. Turn the auto-tune on, and this time it's working fine. Now, when it's auto-tuning, it will flash between the process value and the tune. This will take a few minutes. It'll go through 3 cycles trying to figure out what the best setup for your proportional, integral, and derivative are. And at that point, it will shut the auto-tune off and should be, spot on the money. A couple things to know about the ramp in this particular unit. In the 3200 series, whenever you have a ramp enabled, it will ramp up to the set point. But if I change the set point and move it down, it also ramps down to the set point. There's no way around it on this particular unit. We have other Eurotherm controllers that have a lot more flexibility on how you handle that. So we're going to let this tune, and then I'm going to go into the iTools software and show you where to find those parameters as well. Okay, you can see the auto tune is now complete. It stopped tuning. We came in a little below set point, but it'll ramp up to 125 and should be pretty stable there. So we can go in and see what the PID parameters are. So our proportional band is 2.5, our integral is 149. Our derivative is 25, and then I had it calculate the cutbacks as well. So cutback high 3.9, cutback low 3.9 as well. We're going to go back to the operator level here. So here we are. So it's auto-tuned up. People will ask me all the time, how long does the auto-tune take? That is really dependent on how fast your process responds. This particular box that I have picks up heat pretty quickly, but it's insulated well, so it takes a minute to drop it. So my auto-tune process on this probably took like 5 minutes. All right, so now let's jump over to iTools. Okay, I'm over here at my computer and I've got iTools pulled up, and I'm connected to that 3208 with the CPI clip, also known as the configuration cable. Up here, I'm going to hit my scan button, and you've got different choices here, but I'm connected with that CPI clip, so I'm going to choose that one and I'm going to hit OK. And it should go out and find that here pretty quickly. So there's my controller. Up here, I have to wait for this to synchronize. So once it's synchronized, I'll show you where those parameters are. Okay, so I'm going to go to my Parameter Explorer, and I'm going to go to my set point. And you can see set point 1, I've got my ranges and stuff in here, but the ramp units and the ramp value are right here. So there's the 10 degrees per minute that I entered. If you want to change that, you would just simply type a number in here. And you can change your units to hours, minutes, and seconds. That's the setting. And really, that's about it. So although it's fairly easy to get to through the buttons of the controller, iTools is just so much quicker. And that is the change. So let's bounce back to our controller and see how the auto-tune's going. Okay, back at the controller here, and you can see that this controller is about a degree off, but I have pretty good confidence it'll stay right at 125 after a few minutes. It should just ride it out right there. This is a pretty stable process. I hope you find this video helpful, but please reach out to us and let us know. Thank you.